Yo, what is up, YouTube? Today we are back with another banger beefy empire video. And today we are gonna be fully maxing out the cheapest supercar I could find in driving empire. Alright, so the cheapest supercar I could find today was a 2014 McLaren MP4 12C Coupe. Now we're gonna see how good it is to start off, and then we'll see how good it is after we put all the tunes on. Alright, I'll get back to y'all when I get to the drag strip.
A few moments later.
We are at the drag racing area. All the races here, but we're just gonna be doing the drag race to see how good it is. And we can see that the best one I have is 5 seconds, like 5 seconds in like 113 milliseconds in my Sadier Spear. So let's see what we can get just to start off. Alright, so you can see the ghost of my Sadier Spear showing my best time. And we're gonna see if we can at least do 10 seconds. That's the goal I have for all my cars. Now, this is already looking better than my RS4 video, if y'all have seen it. I think it's my most recent one. Yeah, I got a good 8.98 seconds. That is good enough for me.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But it's definitely better than my RS4 video. It's already about 3 seconds faster. So I hope that it gets at least, if it gets to 5 seconds, I would be astonished, because that's just crazy. Alright, I'll get back to y'all when I get to the dealership, and then we're gonna start customizing.
2,000 years later.
Alright, we are back at the dealership, and we're gonna be since this is still blocked off, we are gonna be customizing back in the back of here, just where we usually go. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I have, as you can see, I haven't bought anything for this car yet. I still have to pay for all the upgrades. My wallet's still gonna be hurting after this. This is just terrible. But one thing that is nice, every time you upgrade it, you can see the parts go up just a little bit. And that's nice for when I still have to put on all the parts. We also want to make sure it's all-wheel drive, because that makes it faster. You're more grippy. Alright, so we usually put on 3 steel pistons and 3 air filters. We like to use gold only, and that is primarily what I've been using, but then I put on 3 quad turbos, so 12 turbos and 3 superchargers per car. And then for tires, I usually do we want at least 1 steering angle just in case. We do 6, then we do stacks, flicks, and that just gets us what we need. And then for boosting, I just use all my gold because I don't want to like use any purple, but that usually gets me all the way up to fully gold. Everything, like engine is gold and red, aspirations gold and red. Brakes, we didn't do brakes, gotta do the brake. I do 3 calipers normally, and then, well, 4 calipers, 2 regenerative alternators, and then that usually gets, oh my god, look at those stats. That is just crazy. Now we gotta see what we get out of this car. I'm hoping at least like 3-second difference. No, the drag strip is right by it. So let's see what we can get. Alright, I'm hoping for at least a 3-second difference because that's usually my goal for each car in the video. Alright. Let's see it. If we can get at least 5 seconds. But 6. That was like a 2-second difference. Like y'all see the clip of before, it was like 8.7 or something. It's only 2 seconds. Definitely not what I was expecting for this car. But we could test it in like a street race or something against another car, because that was the fastest car in the game with the best tune. Let's try and get somebody to race. Let me think. Whoa. I don't know if anybody wants to race. Looks like we're getting infested with bots at this point. He's trying to load up the... Sorry for that guy, but... Not how it works. Did I buy this collection? Alright. I didn't know I did that. I don't think anybody wants to race, so I'm gonna like go in like a highway race, and then we'll see what we can do with highway race. The drag. Yeah, let's do highway. 25 seconds is my best time, and that's my Savior Spear, so let's see what we can do. I like the new highway. It's nice. It's rage. I don't have comfort driving on, so if I start turning a little too much, it's not gonna be good. I'm hoping for at least like 40 seconds. Alright, somebody's gotta tell me how I'm... Yeah, that was expected. Oh my god, wait, they actually finally finished. Yo. Yo, what? Oh, yeah, we're just... I said 40. Perfect. That was really good. For what I was doing, that was good. About a 12-second difference, and I got up to 270 in this. What's that? I don't even know how much this car was. How much? Let me check. Let me go to the shop real quick. Here. I think it was around like 80K. Yeah, I think this thing's around 80K. Cause I'm ready for anything. Yeah, this was 90K. And look at the regular stats. So you see those stats, like 204, 40, 36, 35. So everything's below 40, and 5 above 200. And jeez, everything is like almost above 40 and 253. Yeah, I definitely get a little too much for this car. But we gotta be so real. Is it really that much worth it? I mean, it's the good car, but if we're just doing base, I mean, yeah, it's a good car for starting, but you usually get a car like here. You usually get like a 2019 McLaren GT. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, 2019 McLaren GT, or you'll get the 2019 McLaren 600 LT Coupe, which is better. I just don't have it tuned right now. And then, um, let's see. Like, if you were just starting out, buying all of the upgrades and tunes, that's costed me, unless you're just like every day collecting your 4 tuning kits, that took just I cannot say words. If you just collect every day, in like a week you'll have like 14, which means like, I mean, yeah, it's okay, but it's not gonna get you what you saw in mine. Like, I had to pay for tuning kits. I spent over 4 million, which got me somewhere around 300 tuning kits, and if you add like another 60, that's all the items I get for that much. And starting out, you only have around, let's say, 300k, so it's not worth it if you're just starting out. But if you want like a fun build that people are like thinks like is slow car, that's a sport car, I mean, yeah, but like I wouldn't do that even if like when I first had all my Lamborghinis. Like, I used to just run the Aventador, and I finally bought the Sadier Spear like right before they debuffed delivery and put in new sound effects and customization on this. But it was a fun car. It was a fun car for what they did. I don't know why these people are at my house. Yeah, but realistically, I don't think you should buy a car like that in driving Empire, because I mean, it's good if it's not like, if you're not spending millions tuning it, it's alright, but it only gets like that good once you spend millions. If you were gonna like buy a car around like say 300k or somewhere below that, because that's what you start out with, I would recommend like a 300k car that's good enough for like most people. Like there's a lot of McLarens, the Noble and the Nobles are really good. Those are some really good cars, along with the Corvette ZR1. That's a good car, but there's so many more cars. Like, there's the 675 LT, the GT4 isn't that good, but there's a lot of McLarens and Corvettes and all that, and there's R8s, but really any of those, like this Lotus is good. But like really any of those is good. And I think when you first start out, if you play for like 30 minutes, you can claim this car for free, or maybe it's a Ford Mustang, I think. But yeah, it's definitely not worth it in my opinion. But anyways, I think that is gonna be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching a banger beefy Empire video, and make sure you come back next week for another banger video.